And here we have Mr. Blind Boy, he goes by. And he's part of a duo. What were they? The Rubber Bandits. That was their name. They were out a few years ago. Two boys from Limerick. This chap goes around with a fucking plastic bag on his head, and he's supposed to be someone that you're supposed to take serious. But let's have a listen here to what Mr. Blind Boy is saying.
Was speaking after the third night of rioting, racially motivated attacks on foreigners in Ballymena in the north. What's going on there?
If you put a gun to my head and say, why is this happening? The first thing I'd say is neoliberalism, right? So an economic system has come about where we'd say housing is fully financialized. So housing is no longer about giving people a home. It's become a commodity where you can earn a lot of money. We have in Ireland huge amounts of investment funds and also what we call vulture funds that are coming in and buying up all the houses before people can get them. Like, it's hard to describe what neoliberalism is. Neoliberalism is a way for very wealthy people to steal public money. That's how I see it. You had these things before called public services, where someone pays tax, and then the tax that's being paid funds a public service, okay? And that was very clear. With neoliberalism, now you've got a rich person comes in the middle and says, I've set up a toll booth here. You know, to get an affordable house, you have a family, we'll say, who are getting an affordable house, and they are accessing a house, and they're spending a small amount of money. It's affordable, but that house belongs to a landlord, and the landlord is charging market value to the government. So these people might be spending a couple of £100, but then the taxpayer is spending maybe 1,500 quid. And now for some reason that private landlord in the middle is siphoning off public tax money. And this isn't just happening with housing, it's most public services. So what that does is that creates a feeling of confusion and unfairness, right? It's a sense that you look around and you go, this economy appears to be doing we appear to be in quite good.
Line goes up.
Yeah, like, I mean, people are in shops, people are purchasing things. There's certainly not a recession. Why are people in tents? You know, why is this happening? And that's very confusing. It creates a feeling of hopelessness, and it creates a feeling that politics don't work anymore, that your vote means nothing, because no matter who's in power, they're still allowing private interests to have more rights than just regular people. And within that sense of confusion and hopelessness, it's very easy to come in with simple narratives. The simple narrative of, actually, it's them immigrants. And this story is very, very old.
So there you go. That's his whole spiel about the North, or what happened in Ballymena recently. Now, we've seen the 15,000 people that went there. We've heard the personal testimonies from people, from family members who were affected by what happened up there. He did not mention any of that once in the whole interview. I think he does this whole interview for about 20 minutes. I'll spare you the rest of it, because it's just a load of dribble. It's all about, the only thing we could probably all agree on is the fact that the bottom line of all of it lies with the government. The government say who comes in and who goes out. That's the only thing I would agree with him on. Other than that, he is just completely ignoring the core reason why them events took place in Ballymena the other day. He's just it's so easy for these people to just ignore it, you know. This is another guy as well, right, who gets a lot of media attention and has had TV shows on the likes of RTE, and I think Virgin as well showed a couple of it. And he has a radio show as well. Now, I have family members who think he's an interesting bloke, and, you know, he has a way with words, the way he talks and stuff like that. But the guy has a fucking plastic bag on his face. Do you know what I mean? I can't take anyone serious, especially one if he has the plastic bag on his face, but two, sorry, I just got to plug this in. But two, if he's just going to completely ignore the whole reason why everybody kicked off the other day, he's just completely ignoring it, you know. So him saying like neoliberalism is the sole cause of the riots is it's made up. It's just made up bullshit, you know. Compared to why the people were kicking off, say why the people were kicking off. Is he trying to just say, well, the people are just pissed off with immigrants and that's it? Like, he's not saying why. He's not giving you a reason why the people kicked off. Which, if you want people to listen to you, explain both sides, explain all angles that you should approach something like this with, you know? Like, focusing on the housing side of it rather than, like, he knows as well that if he focuses on the housing, which we all know is a problem and has been a problem in Ireland, as in, like, we still have, like, close to 15,000 homeless as there is, Irish people as there is. And how long do they expect people, like, not us, we know what's going on. Anyone that watches my videos knows what's going on. Anyone that watches Lady of Ira, you all know what's going on, right? Because you see it firsthand. You see these bus loads of these males coming in. Mr. Nolan's videos, you know, Tinker's videos. You see them all coming in taxis, getting shifted around to the place, right? Whereas these fools, like this guy here with the plastic bag, Blindboy is his name, gobshy. A copper pipe. Do you remember the horse outside and all? They were quite funny, more so just for their accents, but they had a little bit of comedic spin on things, which was funny at the time. But as soon as they go mainstream, that's it. It's like they have to just go along with whatever the mainstream want to push or what the government want to push. Otherwise, they just get cut off. It's like, I know I call out McGuirk a lot, right? But do you remember he said on Virgin News when he was up there with the NGO and the other fool, Trini O'Connor, right? The ex-criminologist who was a bit lost total respect for that woman. But he was saying, yous are all afraid because if you go against the narrative, your funding gets cut. That's exactly what is wrong with this guy here. He's afraid that if he was to say and highlight the attacks on the young girls, then he would just be completely cut off from source and would not be able to make any more money out of the system itself. That's why he's going along with this. That's why he wants people more so focused on liberalism, sorry, it's a big word, and like the housing side of things, rather than actually saying why so many people were angry that day up in Ballymena. He doesn't even talk about it. Doesn't mention it once. The only thing he says is it's easy just to blame Asher. You know what? It's not the government or any of these people. It's the immigrants. That's why he wants people believing, like a pure divide between the nation itself. You know. His analysis of the whole thing is a fucking joke, and he should, next time he does, I don't know if he does call-ins or anything like that, but people should be emailing them and telling them, and you know, we're dead wide to you. Like, I'll write below this a few things, few choice words, but let these fuckers know that we're dead wide to them, and we know that he's purposely shifting the focus onto something else, shifting it about racism and far right and all this crap. We know what he's doing. You know, let these fuckers know that we know. You little traitor, you. Fucking, I can't. It's the plastic bag on the face as well, like. Absolute gobber.